Hi, this is Muhammad Arshid, and this is my tutorial for task 2.2, which is explaining how to do task 2.1. So, firstly, after you get your Argon set up, um, what I mean by Argon setup is simply connecting the Argon to your laptop or your system, and then starting your code. So how you start your code is you first initialize an integer called LED1 or whatever you want to name it to D7. So D7 over here is the built-in LED in our Argon. And then in the void setup, we declare that LED1 is output. So which means D7 is where the output would be. Next, it's best you go and look for Morse code. I have attached a link in my document, although you can always just look for it in Google and select one that's comfortable for you to read. The rules for Morse code is that the length of a dot is 1 unit, a dash is 3 units, the space between parts of the same letter is 1 unit, the space between letters is 3 units, the space between words is 7 units. So as you can see, each of the letters have a unique code. So let's take A for example. For A, the length of a dot is 1 unit. So the first one is a dot. That would be 1 unit. So there will be 1 unit and then there will be a gap because the space between parts of the same letter is 1 unit. So that gap over here is also 1 unit. And then you have the dash. A dash is 3 units. So that is a total of 5 units. So 1 unit with light, 1 unit without light, and then 3 units of light again. So that's how the code would work for each of the letters. So in my name is Arshad. So I've got ARSHAD. That's 6 letters. So let's just take an example for the letter A. So like I said, so for 1 unit, I have given my for 1 unit, I've declared it as 200 milliseconds, so 0.2 seconds. And so if 1 unit is 200 milliseconds, then 3 units would be equal to 600 milliseconds. So first you make it, so how you write this is you put digital right, LED1 high. So we're declaring that LED1 should have high voltage, which means it will give out, it will give out the light. So once we switch it on for 200 milliseconds and then we switch it off. So we switch it on for 1 unit and then we switch it off for again another 200 milliseconds, which is another unit, as we saw it in our code. So first 1 unit we switch it on and then 1 unit we switch it off, and then again we switch it on for 3 units. And then again, remember that the space between letters is also 3 units, all right? So which means over here, we switch it on for 3 units, which is 600 milliseconds. And then we switch it off for 600 milliseconds again to show that this letter is over. We didn't go to the next letters, that is R. So we just go to your Morse code again, look for the letter R, and there you see it. So it's 1 unit, a dash, and then a dot. So it's a dot, a dash, a dot. Dot dash dot would mean 1 unit, and then a gap between the next blink, and then it's a dash, so it's 600, and then again it's just for the next code, which is another dot, so again 200 milliseconds, and then the next word, then the next letter, there's a delay of 600 milliseconds, which is for the next letter. Right, and as you can see, it's high, low, high, low, high, low, which means that when it's high, the LED would turn on, and when it's low, the LED would turn off. So I've done the same thing for each of the letters. Just refer to your Morse code and then you write your code that way. You can always just copy paste each one and then just change the delays. And at the end, I have given a delay of 1400 because they have said that the space between words is 7 units. So 1 unit is 200, therefore 7 units is 1400. And that is the end of my code. I will attach the video of the argon working in my document, and that is my tutorial for task 2.2. Thank you.